Hey guys, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm continuing on our foundation testing series. For episode number 10, I have a foundation that I have heard so much about. It's meant to be one of the most natural foundations that suits all skin types, all skin tones, and I am so freaking excited. Foundation that we're testing today is the RCMA Foundation Palette, and inside, I haven't opened it yet, I'm excited. You get 18 different shades of foundation, and this palette cost me the grand price of £60 from Beauty Bay. One of the reasons I was so excited to try these foundations is they actually contain 50% pigment, so if coverage is something that you're after, then these may be the ones to try. RCMA's Foundation Concealer Palette is a staple for professional makeup artists across the world. Due to our high pigmentation, you can use RCMA as a foundation or concealer. Apply RCMA lightly to the skin for a flawless finish, perfect for HD or everyday use. This is the VK11 palette. I'm pretty sure there are darker palettes as well, so if you do have a deeper skin tone, I will leave the link in the description box below to check out the different palettes they do have available. You get 0.08 ounces per shade in this palette. That's suitable for 10 to 15 applications per shade. Another product which you can buy alongside the RCMA foundation palette is the RCMA Makeup Color Process Foundation Thinner. This is a 1 ounce bottle of foundation thinner that you can use alongside your foundation palettes to get it to the consistency that you require. I paid £10.50 for the foundation thinner, which is around $12 in the US. I am super excited to try that. With that in mind, let's get started. I'm just gonna pop my hairband on and let's give it a shot. Out of all of the foundations, I'm actually going to start with this one here. What I'm gonna do is just take my palette knife and just very carefully take off a small amount of that foundation, like so. Just going to place that onto the back of my hand, and I'm very gently just going to move it about using that palette knife to warm it up. Definitely more of a cream foundation consistency now. The colour that I chose is slightly too dark for my skin. To even it out, I'm going to take this shade here called Porcelain. And once again, I'm just going to pop that onto the back of my hand. Now you can definitely see that this one is too pink and this one is a little bit too yellow. So by mixing them both together, we definitely achieve that neutral skin tone for my skin. I'm going to start on this side of my skin and let's see how it can cover the pigmentation and redness. I'm applying it today using my Zoeva 233 Cream Shader Brush, and I'm going to go in and apply it over those problem areas. I think we're onto a winner. Look at that coverage. That is insane. I literally have the tiniest amount on my brush. Can we just take a moment? That coverage makes me so happy. I feel like this is quite possibly the best first impression of a foundation I have ever had. And I'm very gently just going to start feathering that foundation over the rest of my skin. There is literally hardly any product on my brush when I'm doing this. I'm going to move on to my Zoeva Face Curve brush, and I'm just going to very gently just blend downwards to make sure that's all even. If you have acne or pigmentation or scarring, then you know how it feels when you find a product that actually works. I used a quantity of foundation smaller than my fingernail to do this. I still have so much of that product on the back of my hand. It literally looks flawless. I'm going to take the RCMA Foundation RCMA. I'm going to take the RCMA Foundation Thinner, and using what's left on the back of my hand, I'm just going to thin it out slightly and get it to more of a liquid consistency and apply it to this side of my face. It's basically just a bottle of castor oil, so if oil foundations aren't for you, then you may not enjoy this one. Just drop a very small amount. I'm just going to mix that in. Oh wow, and that straight away is definitely more of a liquid consistency. Let's take one more drop. It's very liquid, very easy to move about, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on this side. See, straight away you can see how liquid that is. I'm going to take that foundation brush and just very gently swipe to blend. You can literally see how little product I'm applying. It hasn't given us as much of a flawless finish as applying it neat has. We can then go back in with the foundation palette and use it as a concealer over those problem areas. We still get that beautiful natural skin texture through the foundation, and we also get the added bonus of the high pigmentation and using it as a concealer. Using the same Recieveing cream shader eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to concentrate on those pigmented and problem areas. With my foundation done, I'm going to move on to concealer for the under eye area. I'm taking the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and I'm just going to use a very, very small amount in the under eye area. And to set my base, I'm using the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colourless Powder, and using my Recieveing 114 Luxe Face Focus brush, I'm gonna gently set that. I'm gonna move on to a large fluffy brush and I'm gonna very gently set the rest of my face. With my base set, I'm just gonna add some light natural makeup to get me through the day, then we're good to go. We've got a really nice, natural, soft, romantic makeup look today. A little bit cherub inspired, a little bit, I can't really be bothered to do my makeup, so this is the bare minimum. I think I'm gonna leave this on my skin for as long as possible. Maybe go out, run some errands, go do some grocery shopping. I'm not really sure just yet. I probably, let's face it, I probably won't actually leave the house, really. How this looks right now, I am so freaking happy. It looks so natural and you can see skin texture. The time is now 4 p.m. I'm gonna leave this on my skin for as long as possible and I will check back in with you all in a few hours. The time is now 8:34 p.m. and this makeup has now been on my skin for 4.5 hours. I don't even know where to begin right now. I have tried many different foundations, but I have never been off the bat as impressed with a foundation as I am with this one. Considering I applied this foundation 4.5 hours ago, it looks better than some foundations when they're first applied. A tiny bit of caking in the under eye area, which leads me to believe that it could potentially be down to the concealer. Main area of my forehead here, we have got a little bit of wear. I'm pretty impressed with how the foundation looks. This bit is disappointing and a little bit of a letdown, but otherwise I don't really have any issues. Probably also worth me mentioning that occasionally I do complain about my smile lines and foundation falling in those cracks. We haven't fallen victim to that heavy cracking. That definitely shows us that less is more sometimes when it comes to foundation and fine lines and wrinkles. It's not a foundation check-in without a blot test. I'm going to take one of my Tatcha blotting papers and blot away. Let's see what we get this time. Ooh, that is really not very much. And this is what we managed to pull off my skin after 4.5 hours. We haven't fully filled in an entire blotting sheet, but we are nearly there. I'm gonna give it a couple more hours and let's check back in. Hey guys, so it's 1:30 a.m. and my makeup has now been on my face for 9.5 hours. And let's have a look at where we are at. So we can definitely see our pigmentation has come through on our forehead. We can also see that below my lip, a little bit on the side of my jaw, and a little bit again above my eyebrows here. We are still seeing a little bit of cakiness in that under eye area. It is not perfect, don't get me wrong. Considering this is nearly 10 hours wear, I am very impressed. I'm gonna finish up with one final blot test using my Tatcha blotting papers. Let's see how much we can reveal. In our initial blot-in test, we managed to pull off nearly an entire sheet worth of oil. We managed to pull off around half a sheet of oil from my skin. I didn't actually apply a primer under my foundation today. With that in mind, the longevity that it has given us, I think is amazing. For the average person just using this on themselves, you will not use every single shade. I've linked below some other options with less shades that could be more beneficial beneficial to you. I don't know what else to say really, except I'm super impressed. Pigmentation means it's probably the best acne coverage foundation I've ever tried. If you are looking to become a makeup artist or to get into pro makeup, then this could be a lifesaver in your kit. Let me know what you guys think, because as always, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you'd like to check out my full foundation testing series, you can click here, and for weird and wonderful product reviews, click here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!